Let's go! You heard the gun? We did, and so we start the racing. It's nice to hear from you in the comments when you talk about your racing and how you perform. This is Poland. This was the race in May, 13th of May. 28 kilometers, about 500 meters of climbing, and this was for sure the best race since I got back to racing, which is since I started YouTube channel, 2.5-3 years. I'm gonna give you some advice on the equipment, on the bike, on the tactics and on the training, because I told you I am 30% better than the season before, and I really am. So this was great. First off, it's gonna be a crazy chase. Why was it a chase for me? I need to explain to you a couple of things. First off, all the guys you see, the pack I'm just riding with right now, this is my distance category. So we are riding 28 kilometers, but ahead of us there were already 4 sectors with about 220 riders who went for either 56 or 70 something kilometers. So my distance is mini because I'm riding the cross-country distance, so about 1.5 hours of racing, but there's also mega and giga. The problem is they started ahead of us, a couple of minutes just ahead of us, from 3 till 15 minutes ahead of us, and we're gonna be chasing down the amateur riders. I am amateur riders, but you know, these who just came here for fun and don't really race or train for racing, so it's gonna be tough. Now, another problem here for me, tactically, was that when you saw the start, I was already at the end of the sector. I came to the sector, to the starting line, 45 minutes before the start, and it was already packed with people. So I need to chase the leading group, which is extremely difficult. Now, you can see the speed on the left. It's 21 kilometers right now. You can also see the profile of the track down there. You see the green line there and the little white dot, so that's where we are. I'm just fast forwarding different places of this track, and you see this is now 4.4 kilometers. So the start of the race was extremely fast. It was like a gravel road, then we went to the fire road. This is also the fire road here, and so if you're not with the leading pack who are just changing and exchanging at the front, and they just sit on the wheel of each other, it's gonna be super tough. You can see me chasing down one by one, and not really knowing what's my position now, because first off, I don't see the leading group, and secondly, now as we are going through like the 5th kilometer right now, we start chasing down the mega and giga distance. Now, cornering and a couple of thoughts about equipment. I am riding the stock Merida Big 9 Light Alloy Diori bike. You know the bike already. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you can just see some of my older videos when I'm showing you the bike. So the point of this whole project this season is to show you that you can really perform well on the budget stuff. I do have the high modulus Nini, my full suspension bike, and some like crazy expensive equipment, but this is enough. So I haven't changed anything on this bike, and one of these things is the tires. I told you I don't really like Icon tires. These are fast rolling tires. Marathoners love those, but you can also see Nino Schurter riding like the Aspen, which are really like thin, super fast, but not very grippy tires. So it's your choice. I would rather go for something more grippy. But when you look at the corners, you said I would need some better tires for the cornering. I'm actually making up the time on the corners. So on each of the corners, each of the turns here, I'm actually chasing down another guy, another group. so that feels well. I think these are pretty fast tires. This is not a cross-country race, this is MTB marathon. Some of you were just laughing when I said 25 kilometers marathon. It's 70 kilometers for a bike is not real marathon, but that's how we race here in Poland. These marathons, so-called marathons, are super popular. You can have like between 800 and well over 1,000 riders here. On my distance, there were, I think, 429. I think so. So my position on the finish line, if you don't know it just yet, wait till the end because I'm still chasing down. I think on the whole race, there were just 1 or 2 guys who overtook me, and I didn't chase, like didn't fight back. All the rest, I was just chasing down. The most important thing here is that I just felt great. I feel, as I told you, I feel like light, I feel fit, I feel healthy, I feel well. I do have like the conscious breathing during the races, which is very important for me. And here, in the contrary to the last race, I'm prepared in terms of the food, which I probably didn't need because my race took me 1 hour and 17 minutes, which is really a sprinting distance. But I had 2 gels, one like organic gel, and second one was the smoothie. So I took like the whole organic gel, about 100 calories, and the smoothie 80 calories. I took half of the smoothie and 2 bottles. So look at the profile. When it starts to climb, when we start to climb, I am really pushing it hard. Comparing to the last season, where I was pretty good on the climbs and I was losing on the fast and flat sections. Now I at least don't lose at the flat sections. See, so on the technical sections and then on the climbs, I feel great, and I was happy to be one of the top riders here. So this is still the amateur level, but the top riders, like at least first 2, I would say, are really good riders. I think they are like top 100 in the world, these guys who are racing here. That's what I think. Very fast guys, very fit, and they've been doing that for a couple of seasons, years already. So still chasing down the guys there. Oh, this is the moment here. Okay, let's see the moment here. This is the 10.7 kilometers, so we still have almost 20 kilometers to go, and look what happens. This guy here, he couldn't unclip from the pedal, and he steps on the spokes on my wheel. I didn't actually notice anything bad with the wheel. Can you see the wheel now wobbling? It wobbles as hell, but it didn't rub against the stanchions of my fork. So I didn't actually notice it because you see, I feel the drive now. I'm just trying to overtake everyone. I would overtake the trees there. I'm feeling it. So when you feel it, that means you are in form. Okay, I am not the world champion, but in my Tokyo 2020 project, I was going to get into my best form, like fitness level in my life till the Olympics, but I feel like I'm gonna do it this year, which is 2018, like 2 years ahead of the schedule. Feeling great. I'm really feeling great. I want to share that with you guys because this is so amazing. The guys here, I think most of these here are the mega and giga distance. They were really polite. So I always try to say, of course, from the left, from the right. Okay, left please, right please, right please, left please. They would normally just let me go. That was really polite, and I would try to say thank you to almost all of them. But you will see 2 situations where I did. You see the wheel? See the wheel here? So I'm gonna get back to what I did wrong, but here. In terms of the technique, MTB technique, you need to lean the bike and not yourself when you're going through the corners. but that's the worst thing I could do for the front wheel. I still don't know the wheel is damaged, so I'm pushing it on those corners. So I could have not finished here. But after it's now 12 kilometer, it was after the feeding zone, which was the 14th kilometer. So after 2 kilometers, I will notice that on the gravel road. Climbing, I am loving climbing. What I have on the bike, the first off, the bike is 12.9 kilograms heavy, if you will, with the pedals, with the Shimano M520 pedals. So 12, sorry, it's 12.3, so it's 12.65 with the pedals. That's the weight of the bike. I'm pushing the wheel, not knowing it. It wobbles as hell, but I don't really feel vibration on the handlebars either. Maybe because it's just bumpy there. So 12, like almost 12.7 with the pedals, the bike. Then I have 2 bottles on the bike, and I have 2x drivetrain. The 2x drivetrain is amazing. That's my favorite thing. But I need to replace the cassette because the cassette has a huge hole exactly at the place where I wanna be very often. So very often at the speed of just about 20, 23, 25 kilometers, I would either go too high with my cadence or too low with my cadence. So I'm gonna fix that by mounting just another cadence. So the cassette. Okay, this is the feeding zone. We have 14.5 kilometers. Now I'm drinking. We got the bottle of the water, so you cannot drink everything right away. The rest I would just pour down on my legs just to cool down. Now I'm looking at the wheel, and now I know it's bad. Okay, and this is what I did badly. So my apologies to the colleague behind me, and this one wasn't better either. You see, you know, I'm really like I'm having the drive. I'm trying to win this race. I don't have like bad feelings, like bad emotions. Why these guys are here? Some are just swearing a lot. I do not feel that need. But yes, I should have given more space to at least these 2 guys. I wouldn't do it on the descent because they could crash, but on the climb it was a punchy climb anyway. That wasn't nice. So my apologies to these riders. And now I'm really praying. Yeah, I'm saying here that I cannot lean the bike. This is not the real single track. I think that the guys there are just starting to build something here. So there's no berms, and I just needed to slow down. So for the rest of the race, which is now, when I noticed this was 14.5, so I had like another 13 kilometers to go. I had to slow down on the descents. Okay, guys, when you walk with the bike, just give the space to those who are riding. That's nice thing. But overall, I would say the guys there were super polite, which is not that obvious on the road racing here in Poland. I'm not sure how is it in your country. So look at the profile. We are now at the bottom of a long sustained climb. And what I was happy here about, I could hold like 26, 27 kilometers per hour on the climb. We are climbing actually. We are still going up the hill, and this is the longest climb here. I just felt great. So there's one guy who just sat on my wheel and tried to save some energy. He did. He would overtake me then for a couple of minutes, and then I would fight back, and that was it. Now, run or ride. This is very technically difficult climb. You see the sand there. You could try to ride, but you would lose a lot of energy, and your rear wheel would lose the traction. I say run. Really, it's really bad. You don't have to look like pro. Pro guys also know when to run against the riding. So this is 22 kilometers. I'm asking this guy. He looked fit and he rode quite fast. So I'm asking, where's the leading group? He says it's about 200 or 300 meters. So it's not far. It is not far, and I still have almost 5 kilometers to go. I'm just drilling it. And sometimes just forgetting about my front wheel, but it held. It held well. You see all the trees here. Wow, there was not so much space for the wide bars. By the way, the bars on the Green Froggy on this bike, comparing to my Merida 96, are much higher because this is more relaxed, like sport geometry. But I feel well, and you know what? I think I'm gonna hire the handlebars on my racing full suspension bike. That's what I feel. Okay, now I can see the leading, maybe not the first guy because he came to the finish line 7 minutes ahead of me, but I can see the leading group somewhere there in the front, chasing down 37 kilometers per hour. Amazing race. So first off, guys, you can race well on the alloy bike, on the bike which costs just about, I don't know, $1,300. Just make the bike fit you. I'm gonna change the drivetrain. I already did the tubeless conversion on the Icons. Now the Mega Giga goes to the right, so to the next loop, and we go to the left, just a couple of corners, and we are at the finish line. Guys, I hope you had a lot of fun with me today. I am going to be posting more races. Let us know what's your FTP, what do you like, what kind of races you race in your area, how are you doing this season, and see you in the next episode.